we should be covered for whatever the fish are doing. You know that story.
Yeah.
Hey, every year Dave and I look forward to spring. Just like millions and millions of you do, we're gonna go out on the water and chase crappies. You heard me right, crappies. There's a time to put down your walleye rods, put away the bass rods, put away the steelhead gear, which you like to do, and now we go and chase some crappies. Why? They're fun to catch. Sometimes they can be quite challenging, and they're good to eat, and I got directions from Mary to bring some of them home tonight. So
You put the pressure on.
the pressure's on. We haven't been out on the water yet. This is our first trip. But Dave and I have been fortunate enough, like many of our staff members, we fished all over the country, north, south, east, west, central, some of the best crappie lakes in North America with some of the best crappie fishermen.
Absolutely.
And that's been a blessing in itself, man.
Yeah, and there's a lot of different ways to catch crappies, and most people will tell you the fish are either in or they're out, meaning that they're in the shallow cover, or they're not there yet and they're not biting. Well, we know the fish are always biting. we may have to try a few different tactics to try to catch them. I'll tell you one thing, the reports have been a little inconsistent, and that would indicate to me that we've got to do a little bit of searching to find our fish.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's never quite what you expect it to be, is it?
Yeah, but when you catch them, it's fun. Our first stop is to gas up the boat, pick up a few munchies, and scope out the latest intel on the crappie bite.
I got the local report from the gals inside here. We haven't heard anything good on the fishing report so far. Nobody's catching anything yet.
Even if the fish aren't biting, we will. Then we hit the launch, ready to roll. According to the locals, the crappie bite hasn't started yet. But just in case, we first do a quick visual scan of shallow reed beds where pre-spawn crappies gather once they penetrate the shallows in earnest. As expected, we saw very few fish. That means the crappies are still hanging out at the mouths of shallow bays, waiting to come in shallow to feed. Spawning still lies many weeks away. Next, we do some scouting and probing of likely deep weed areas to make contact with fish. You gotta find them before you can catch them, much like they did back in the caveman days when hunting for food. The difference is, instead of wielding pointed sticks, we have graphite rods, a fully rigged boat, electronics, and plenty of lure options, so we're not exactly roughing it. The trick is getting the first bite. Crappies are notorious schoolers, so once we catch the first fish, there should be more nearby. Actually, I didn't even feel him hit.
Nice one, Dave.
Oh yeah, nice one. That's a good start. Very, very pretty fish. And that little tiny grub. Nice little lure. Now, Al, you said Mary wants a couple of these for
Yeah,
eating?
I'd like to keep enough, but that's a marginal size one. We'll keep him and I'm
we
gonna
won't
eat him.
keep any real big ones. Okay. Okay, number one.